Hello, 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 hello. How are y'all doing today? Just gonna go ahead and jump in here so we don't waste any more time. These are gonna happen every Monday. You'll be the Millie Maker Draft. Alrighty, let's see. DraftKings just uploaded my ranks onto Patreon. So if you are a Patreon subscriber, uh, they will be available so you can see what they are as the draft goes on. If you want to play off of them, you can. You can see what I'm drafting from next. Uh, but I'm going to have the board up, so you won't actually see the ranks. You'll only see what the picks I get. And yeah. What is going on, sir? What is going on, Mr. Dennis? I'll be hopping into a draft in about 1913 or 1913, 913. When that hits 913, I will jump into a $20 DraftKings Millie Maker. And I'm going to just let the draft do its thing. Test the ranks, see how much we don't like it. And if I don't like it, I will go to bed and adjust the ranks in the morning. And let's see here, still 912. I swear, sometimes these are just the longest minutes of my life. 913, 912, 912, still 912, still 912, still 912, huh? Can I make my? Do I have a big face on one of these? Can I make this big? 913, of course it does. Yeah. All right, 7 of 12, 7 of 12. Plus EV drafts right here. Go to StreamYard. I'm going to see if I can edit this guy and make it this whole side. Hiya. Hiya. I can't block. Block as much of the update layout. Block as much as the rankings. Share. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Can we, hold on. Let's edit. Can I not move my dude? Can't lower it. There we go. Save. Update layout. Boom. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. Go here. Go here. Oh, let's put ourselves on Autodraft. Draft board. We got P. Kirk, 7896 at the 1 hole. R.D. Dalton, 21 at the 2 hole. B. Bell, 586, 3 hole. Okivel Rotian. Okay, Everton Ian at the 4 hole. Michael T. L1 6 hole. Duval 16 at 7 hole. The White Mamba, okay. Dennis Toast 420, 8 hole. Westerwood 9 hole. Reno 89, 10 hole. Draft Junkie 11 hole. Boo Dowd at the 12 hole. So tonight tonight we're doing this. Tomorrow, if I can get my son to bed a little bit quicker, I will set up the Yahoo League and then put that out on the site. And remember, that is $200 for first place. Previous winner Dennis in the chat. Make me a little bit small. Yeah. So this is going to be every Monday. We're going to let my rankings determine my draft. They're going to be we're going to try to start probably every draft from here on out at 9 o'clock, probably 9:05 draft time. Today was a little tough just in general, but that'll be the goal here going out forward. On Mondays, we'll be doing an auto draft versus the lobby, where I can just, interact with chat, see how my team turns out, see if I need to adjust something in the ranks. If I mess something up, then I kind of know, because these are pretty standard draft rooms. Obviously, I'm probably not going to get stacks, but I might get a good team. It could advance, especially when the draft room, takes a left turn here. We can only hope. We get some wild drafters. Get a JJF. JJF, all right, we like it. Can't mess up the first round. It's pretty tough to mess up the first round. It's going to draft a 3, 6, 8, 3 team. So so far, I ran a couple of the $1 just to see how it turned out. It tends to get its quarterbacks 5 through 10. That seems to be the quarterbacks I get. So if it does it again, I may adjust the quarterbacks back like 5 picks each. We'll see. There has always which is weird because on DraftKings you would assume that quarterbacks would fall backwards, or would go faster, but they do not so far. At least in the $1, they do not go faster. But I wasn't mad at my teams because it did end up getting the players I did majority like. There was one draft where I automatically changed it. It had Aaron Jones in the 7th round, which was nerve-wracking, not getting Najee all the way into the end of the 8th round. But I just switched them one pick. Not that I don't like Aaron Jones, but if I'm being honest, I'd rather have Najee versus Aaron. That's what that made me tell me. I was like, I don't know. I think I like Najee a little bit more than Aaron Jones. So I just flipped them one spot. Ooh, double running back. Is that Michael Boldick? Hold up. Pull DraftKings. Nope, that was some old dudes, I think. We're going to go here. Dennis. Devontae Adams. Maybe. Chris Olave. Maybe. Nico Collins. That's a good start. It's unique. I haven't seen too many Brees Nikos. Dang, too late. That's all right. From here on out, we're going at 9. And it's going to be on Mondays, it's going to be auto drafts versus the lobby. So I move back tomorrow. We're going to try as long as there's nothing with the fan that doesn't need to take more precedent, we're going to be going daily on the weekdays. What'd I get? Devon A-Chain. Achan. I don't know how to say his name. Interesting. I like that. I like it. Explosive team so far. Tyreek Hill, Brandon Ayuk. I did get a naked Purdy earlier, so I did up the ranks of the Debo and Ayuk. But he was right after Cup, who I have before a couple people. Neighbors goes there. Okay, he's getting the whole NFC East over here at the 2-hole. Who else is he need? The number 1 wide receiver for the Reds, the Commanders. let's see who. Derrick Henry. Okay, I definitely don't have this start, so this is interesting. I definitely don't have this start. Not a typical build for me. Is this start, but I don't mind it. Ballsy to auto and not get the correlation. But that's a lot of trust in your rankings. And it's also like to kind of see what I'm selling. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm selling. And my rankings, put a little correlation out there. I'll be honest with you. But it's okay. It's okay. Look, there was a story I heard from about Justin Herzig. He auto drafted, like all of his puppies, and he had a really good advance rate to the playoffs, but then struggled in the playoffs. So I'm curious if maybe these are good teams, and I'm just like, also it's helping my exposure because there's a lot of bias sometimes that I have. So if I could say 1 in 6 drafts is going to be rectified by having an auto draft and not having myself, make a decision, might not be the worst thing. Like I know for a fact, I personally will never click the draft button on Mike Evans. There's something wrong with Mike Evans. I just, I'm ageist, and I really feel like there's going to be at one point a downturn, and I think I have a better chance of getting him through an auto draft than through. Let me have it in the hand at the wheel. Ooh, got the nice Houston double stack. Are you going to try to push it to the 5th round? Is the real question, Dennis. I don't know. My ranks might have it early. Might get a naked Stroud. It has been going elite quarterback, so it's very possible I'm going to get Hurts here. And it's not prejudice of going double elite quarterback. Uh-oh. Making decisions. Oh, you go, Jalen Hurts. Interesting. What am I going with? Lamar Jackson. What a pick. What a pick. Let's go. Get that nice little, just finish my drafters rankings. I think next week we're going to start starting shows. Nice. I might even get Mark Andrews on the bringback here. I don't have it fairly close. I'm excited. It's another show for me to watch. Just don't call it mock draft. I can't do it. I know you guys won't, though. You guys do a pretty good job at labeling things on your titles correctly. Dude, I'm a whole day behind on videos. I watched all the stuff that I missed this weekend, which led me to today, and I didn't watch anything from today. So I've got a lot of stuff I got to watch. Let's see here. Nowhere is there. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Dalton Kincaid. I might get the because he's not going to go. I think I might get Andrews. I got Andrews. Look at this. Look at this. A beautifully correlated Baltimore stack, man. Beautiful. I don't like that I have one wide receiver. Oh, no. I like that I have this huge Baltimore stack, but I am not happy about my wide receiver outlook currently. But you can kind of consider Mark Andrews, like a wide receiver light. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's going to be my potential next pick? Chris Godwin, maybe? Great auto draft. Wow. Yeah. Lucky, but I only have one wide receiver. When has other people have four, four, three, 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 four. That dude has zero. Oh boy. Dude's got 3 running backs in 4 rounds. I can't say much. At least much correlated. No, I'm still getting 3 quarterbacks, and this is like where I like that I get these great quarterbacks. I should switch my ranks to 2, but then I'm worried like what if I doesn't get an elite quarterback, then I'm only getting 2. Dude has 4 running backs. Jiminy Crickets, man. That dude has 5 wide receivers. Nothing else yet. There you go. That's Joe Mixon. It's a good pick. T went off the board. I was like, I didn't see T, but there he is. Holly went off the board. I really don't know what's next in my team. Where'd Dennis go here? He went Nico, Diggs, Hurts, Hollywood Brown. Dude went double quarterback. Jaden Reed. Kirk had to have gone. All right, I'm just missing it. Okay, couple picks before me. Ooh, what we get here? Oh, you got Reed too. Nice. Double tight end. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Oh no. Well, max we can only draft 1 more tight end, so that's good. Auto draft saying so. I'm testing the ranks, man. Testing the ranks. Also, I feel like sometimes I just like do the draft and I barely interact with you guys. This would be a good time to get any questions out that you might have about DraftKings and how it may be different, anything along those lines, or who may be better than others, or what teams should we be targeting against. Like on DraftKings, we should be targeting our running backs against Colts, Broncos, Seattle, Arizona. We should be targeting our wide receivers against the Commanders, the Eagles, the Chargers, the Jaguars. Tight ends, we should be targeting teams like the Buccaneers, the Bengals, the Texans, the Falcons, and the Bears. This has got to be Najee. So I'm going to have 3 running backs. Oh, boy. Najee, yep. Najee in the 7th round, baby. Okay. Week 9, week 6, week 14. So they're all got different buys. Week 14, week 12 got 2 different buys there. So we're not running into a buy issue here, which is a plus. Just running into a non-wide receiver room. Aaron Jones got that week 17 stack here. Oh, boy. And this is like the running back heavy zone. So I have a feeling it's going to draft another running back. How many players of one team stack is too much? I like to limit myself to a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. So I like to limit myself to 4 from a team. But I can see how 5 works. if you had like a quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. But it also kind of depends on which teams you want to focus. Like if you want to do the Dolphins and you just want to do a Dolphins onslaught, as much as people are on to Jonnu Smith, I'm kind of not like fully there myself. I can see you going Hill, Waddle, or Hill, A-Chain, Waddle, and Tua. I probably wouldn't add Mostert in there, but like you could condense it a little bit. It depends on the team, but I can definitely see how that you could get upwards to 5 or 6 like the Packers. I mean, you can load that whole team up if you wanted to. You could get Jacobs, Reed, Watson, Dobbs, Love, and Musgrave. Or if you want to substitute one of those wide receivers for Wicks, or substitute Lloyd in for 2 quarterbacks. Anyways, my wide receiver is going to be so whack. This I did not run into earlier. I had good wide receivers earlier. I read off the team I had earlier, so it doesn't make me sound like a crazy person. Best ball. So the team I did earlier ended up with Lamb, Waddle, Cup, Tank Dell, and then I got Aaron Jones, Najee, then Chris Godwin, Lamar Jackson. It was a pretty solid, team. They got Logan Thomas at the last pick, which is pretty wild. How many best ball changes since you won? Ow, son of a fuck. How has best ball changes? How has best ball changed since you won the best ball tournament? I mean, there hasn't been any. Well, there's my 3rd tight end, so we're done at tight end at least. Best ball changed in the sense of like, for me, like DraftKings has been like presentable. It was like if you go back to the year I won it and like look at my streams, it was not very pretty on how it looked. But if we're talking about like the drafting of best ball, I thought I was I went through. Okay, so I'm gonna pause right there. I went through and I had, apparently on my birthday, the year I won it, I took a bunch of photos. I just realized that I took photos of all the teams I had 100-point lead versus the 2nd place or 3rd place team. And a lot of those teams, though it had a couple team correlations, it had more just player take teams. Like they were semi-stacked, but it was more the naked stacks and just the player takes that I thought were going to have good seasons. And so now that I've switched the other way, I've actually had worse success, but maybe because the field has gotten stronger in general. But yeah. So the field has gotten stronger. My player takes have gotten worse. Or it's that I'm forcing players takes with certain stacks. So pushing like too much like stacks is what I think I've been doing too much and relying less on my actual player takes. I do think that best ball has overtaken redraft, but I do not think it's overtaken DFS. Okay, I have 0 Cortland Sutton, so this is new. Sutton, my number 2 wide receiver here. Let's go. Just realized the quarterback run that just happened after I drafted Kyler Murray. It was Warren. then Purdy, Burrow, and Love. Kind of wild. These kind of popped off after theirs for a second. I got a ton of these questions, Felix. I got a ton. I'll keep shooting them, Jose. Keep shooting them. I do think DFS is going to stay up there until the prizes dip down or they stop running like a quality contest. Or if they start doing more best ball tournaments after the season. Because if they wait till the regular draft to launch them, then they're not as good. They're not going to progress it, I don't think, anymore. Once Underdog started sending them like as soon as like the Super Bowl was happening, I mean that's how you know it's like at its peak. But DraftKings best ball doesn't start till afterwards. So in some aspects, best ball is like taking off faster in some places. But Bob Palmer. How has tight end been downgraded this year due to how bad tight end was last year? It could be an opportunity. Well, a lot of people saw the success of Sam Laporta, and yet there's not as many 3 tight end late builds as there was last year, which is kind of wild because everybody's, well, there's not, another Laporta, which there is, in my opinion. There is a team now again. I think there's a potential like revival season from Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, and I think Jatavian Sanders will be a big part of that. I do think there's a lot of good late tight ends, mainly 4 that I like, but I don't think there's any wrong ones. Like I don't care for the Miami one, the Johnny Smith, but you could say he's comparable to other tight ends that went super late last year. Like, if we got to do comparison, Johnny Smith to last year's Luke Musgrave, I think I'd feel safer with Johnny Smith last year or this year than I would have Luke Musgrave or Tucker Kraft along those lines. I think it's actually a stronger field, but it gets shat on because K-Dot's still bad. You okay over there? No? Do you need something to drink?
I have a drink.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Just make sure you're not dying. Your favorite teams for best ball builds? Well, I like to get I like to let the draft kind of dictate the early portion of my teams. But I do like to backfill my teams with Jags, and then my late stacks are either Panthers or Giants as that team that I used to get a bunch of the Patriots. This is kind of funny because I did that last year as well. But then I was like, I don't like the comments that were coming out, and I just did the same thing kind of happened this year where I'm just like, I don't really care for what they're saying about Drake May and stuff like that. So I've been more on the Panthers and Giants bring back or like late season team or the late end of the builds, and then a couple like Jalen McMillan's, Gabe Davis. Let's go. I was hoping that was Gabe. For as bad as this was, Gabe Davis, wide receiver 4, really not the worst, right? Really not that bad. I have been noticing that I do kind of like the Browns more than others. Occasionally I get Jerry Jeudy. I do like Njoku. Cooper Falls sometimes, and I don't know whether people just don't like the Browns because Deshaun Watson's a predator, or if it's just because they think I really don't quite understand why they get so much hate, or if it's because he looks so bad. But those are some of the reasons why I like the Browns a little bit more than I think others do. I'm a little bit out. A team that I was super high on, the Packers. I was super in on them, but I've been kind of out just because the prices are so expensive. and I just don't know if I'm always going to get the right pieces because it's also around. Matthew Stafford, interesting. Yeah, I think we have to move quarterbacks back just like a few picks. I don't have any Matthew Stafford, really. I think I have 2 shares. But this has got a nice little combination of. Now, there's no correlation with a lot of these picks, but they're solid picks. I think I'm going to struggle at the wide receiver position, but we're done at quarterback. We're done at tight end. So my quarterbacks are going to be Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Matthew Stafford. They have a Week 17 game, and I have the full Baltimore stack. The quarterbacks are facing each other. That's how that Week 17 is stacked. We have Cleveland and Miami. I don't have anything else that correlates, but tight ends are Njoku, Evan Ingram, Mark Andrews. I feel like I won at the tight end position. I feel like I'm going to be in the top 5 every week, if not higher, maybe top 2 at the quarterback position. Running back position, I feel pretty good about that as well. I'm going to be top 3 at the running back position as well. I think the CMC team has a little bit of a, advantage of being a CMC team. And then I'm battling pretty much against Reno and Budati for winning running back. Though Dennis out here is quietly putting out a high PPR type team for the running backs. He's got Breece Hall, Aaron Jones, and Tony Pollard. Zach Charbonnet. It's a pretty good running back room. So I'm pretty sure this is either going to be Marshawn Lloyd or Jalen. This is going to be Jalen Wright pick. And here at 14-8. And best places to visit in NC if I ever come down with the family from NYC. Okay, we just did Beaufort. I'm sure you guys saw my Twitter game was a rise from this weekend. We did a lot of fun stuff down there. If you want to come down with the family, they do have a pirate ship thing for the kids, like a little cruise. I was told that is a very good thing to do. GM, what up, Felix? What up, Candyman, Mr. Christopher? Well, I don't know if it's Christopher. I know it's Chris. But what up, man? What's going on? So I would say Beaufort was a very fun place to go visit. Other good places to visit are the mountains. Ray Davis. Did Jalen Wright already go? Jalen Wright already had gone. Okay, I didn't see that. Yeah, so here, Beaufort was fun. A good beach is Surf City's Topsail Beach, like that area. Wilmington's all right. It's got a good places to eat, but I wouldn't suggest the beach there. Pretty crowded. Raleigh's got a bunch of fun stuff to do. We just haven't done it. But I heard the mountains are really nice. I went one time to Boone for a wedding, and we stayed in on a mountain. So it had really cool views. So I do suggest that one, but in Boone. And it's a pretty cool college town. We went and walked around, played Pokemon Go around their school campus. So if you guys don't know, Fantasy Football Garage is Chris. He runs a sweet channel over there. He's got sweet overlays. He's got really good music, background music while he drafts. Highly suggest Chris, the Candy Man, for underdog drafts. He's very fun to watch. He's a solo streamer like myself. What did I get? J.K. Dobbins. Okay. We got a lot of running backs on this team. We got 5, I think. So we got one more left at the running back position. Sounds like a good time. About to head to some 4th vacay too. Yeah, we went. That was for our anniversary, so it was just me and the wife. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. No problem, man. No problem. You are a good streamer, man. I wouldn't suggest otherwise, or suggest anybody else that otherwise you weren't. Yeah. there's some other streamers. I won't shout them out, or call them out, I should say. That I'm not a fan of. I'm a fan of yours. You are still in the hopper of people I watch. It's usually next day because I'm so far behind on everybody else's stuff, but that I do like. Oh, we get to 500 subs ASAP? Yeah, me too. I got some ideas that I could do for, YouTube members and stuff like that. I got some good ideas, but you gotta get there first. So got to get there. I don't really know exactly how the stuff works either, to be completely honest. So I'm excited to figure all that stuff out. Luke McCaffrey. I'm nervous, man. This is my wide receivers. I only got 4 wide receivers. But I can only draft one more running back, and the rest have got to be wide receivers. So it can't get any worse than this at the wide receiver position because it's only going to draft some. I don't know if I went this deep at my wide receiver position. Yeah, we're going to start going fairly daily. I can't say that I will be daily because, like, Thursday, I'm not going to go. I'm not doing anything Thursday because I'm going to be hanging out with my fam all day. Troy Flankin, let's go. Welcome to the squad, Troy. Welcome to the squad. What's it called? Yeah, but it'll be non-vacation or holiday days. We're going to go every day that we can. Again, if I might be on somebody else's channel, obviously I won't go those days. Here we will go. On Mondays we will be doing Autodraft first to lobby. So you guys are more than welcome to hop in. If you have my rankings, then you can pull out the rankings and say, oh, this is where he's going to get drafted next. And you can pull it out because I will have just entered the rankings and then I'll pull up the stream and I'll go live. So you can use them against me. Or you can use them to help yourself. Which, why not? I think I'm the most plus EV drafter to draft with anyways. I had a 4% advance rate last year. Most people have an 8% advance rate. Why wouldn't you want to get into my lobbies? I'm not telling you can't. Malachi Corley, let's go. Get our rookie wide receivers here. So we have 2 pieces from Denver. We got Cortland Sutton, and we have Troy Franklin. So we got a little bit of a Denver stack here. We don't have any Cincinnati bringbacks, but that's okay. We have a Buffalo Ray Davis going against Malachi Corley in week 17. Do we get 2 Charger pieces? Yeah, we do. We do have J.K. Dobbins and we have Joshua Palmer. So we have these two or three little mini stacks, so I can't complain too much. And again, announcement, I'm going to launch the Yahoo draft tomorrow. So I'm going to put out a link on the Patreon. You just hop in. It's, if you're a Patreon member, it's free. You have a shot at $200 to first place. If I get first place, it goes to $200 to second place. So last year, definitely Dennis won it from the squad. And last year we only had 7 people sign up, even though we had more than 7 people on the Patreon. So we only had to go against 7 other people, or I guess, yeah, because I was one of those. Yeah, 7 other people. All righty. I'm trying to nail like what date we should do the draft, but I think it's going to be, we'll either do it on Labor Day or we'll do it the day after Labor Day. Haven't really decided yet. Obviously, we want to do it right before the season starts, but we also, because I don't want anybody to feel bad, and make sure we all read the rules and the settings. I don't want anybody to be confused. I want to give everybody plenty enough time to do that. And if we fill that up with 12 people, then we'll run another one for $100, and then that'll be it. First come, first serve. So you got 22 spots for $300 that I'm giving away if we fill up the first one. Okay, Estime went, OBJ went, DJ Shark, Tyler Boyd. Trying to think, did Hyatt go yet? Well, you better draft Hyatt, Dennis. You better draft Hyatt. Darius Slayton. Okay. McMillions goes off the board. Jatavian Sanders would have gone off already for myself. Damian Pierce will be my last running back. I forgot I did have him up fairly high, which actually kind of works out. Houston is going to be that. He's going to be the Houston piece on the bring back. The Ravens are laying the smackdown across Houston, and a consolation 2 touchdown, 60 yards for Damian Pierce is what we're going to play back. A couple, give me touchdowns at the end of the game for 60 yards for our boy Damian Pierce. Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy right next to me at the 7-hole or 6-hole. Interesting. That's something I would think you'd want to do without JJ, but whatever floats your car, dude. So these last 2 picks will be wide receivers, as this wide running back room was finally filled. It has Devin Achane, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Ray Davis, J.K. Dobbins, and Damian Pierce. I always like to see these 19th and 20th round picks. I'm only on UD. It's extra intel. I got Jalen Hyatt, my guy. Jalen Hyatt. Probably, I think he's my second or third highest owned wide receiver. It goes Gabe Davis at like 76%. And then I think it is Jalen Hyatt at like 29%. I have Cooper Kupp at 26%. Deontay Foreman. Here we go. Daniel Bellinger. No, Jalen Tolbert. Saucy last pick. I don't know who was going to be my next pick. Did Malik Washington go? I think Malik Washington may be my last pick. Maybe. Rondell Moore was ahead of him. I do not know. Before we finish this draft, let's go ahead and see if there was anything wild happening in here. A 3673, pretty casual. 2593, casual. 3682, 2782, 4483. Okay, let's see the running backs that he likes here. David Montgomery, Swift, Ty Chandler, Khalil Herbert. No offense, Michael T. I don't think this is it. These 4 running backs, I don't think it's going to be able to hold up. The good running backs. But you got 2 from the same team, and you have the secondary option. I don't think that's going to be it. Then you have Goff, Caleb, and the Vikings quarterback. I don't mind this strategy. I think you could have waited to the last round for this. And your wide receiver room is pretty old. But I like that you double stacked the Chicago room. Never mind. You fully stacked Chicago here. Okay. Nice. All right. My boy Dennis went with a 359, a 2610-2. Okay. We got to read that one too. I want to read these. Well, that would make sense at the end. Okay. But first, my boy Dennis. Definitely Dennis. Toast 420. Breece Hall, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs went Hurts. Really threw me for a loop. Hollywood Brown, Jaden Reed, Aaron Jones, JSN, Tony Pollard, Justin Herbert, Dontavian Wicks, Zach Charbonnet, Luke Musgrave, Kadon, Michael Wilson, Bucky Irving, Daniel Jones, Darius Slayton, Jalen Tolbert, one of my favorite tight ends of all time, Dawson, the man. knocks. The one who knocks. Solid. Solid. Easily advancing. Got a little bit of a steal here with him going mid fourth. Got good value with the wide receivers from Houston. I like having a naked, like having the best pieces from Houston and just leaving it at that, because who knows, he may not provide enough passing and rushing upside that Hurts will obviously fill that. Like you don't need to have. I mean, did you get any Eagles? Stay. You don't even need it, but you did get a bring back with Jalen Tolbert, which is nice. You got a solid number 2 quarterback with Justin Herbert, in my opinion. I think it's criminal that he goes that late. And you have another stud quarterback with Daniel Jones, if healthy, could provide a very high rushing floor. And none of the bye weeks, or no, 2 of the bye weeks do matchups, so you needed Daniel Jones for week 5. A lot of week 11 by here I see late, but I don't think you had that issue early. So, yeah, your bye weeks seem to be pretty good solved. So, not a bye week bro here. Good team. All right, my team auto drafted Justin Jefferson, Devin Achane, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Evan Ingram, Najee Harris, Kyler Murray, David Njoku, Cortland Sutton, Joshua Palmer, Gabe Davis, Matthew Stafford, Ray Davis, J.K. Dobbins, Troy Franklin, Malachi Corley, Damian Pierce, Jalen Hyatt, and Brendan Rice. Jerry Rice's son, for those who've not been told that story a bajillion times. I think that's a fun last pick. Didn't get the worst draft capital. Definitely was like the 50th wide receiver drafted because there were so many drafted in this draft. But not bad, for a last round pick. Let's see how many rookies did I get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 rookies. So should have consistent work from a lot of the other players. I want to read that 210 bill. Who do you get a quarterback? His quarterbacks are Prescott and Will Levis. Okay. Nice. Ferguson and Samuel Laporta. Solid. And his wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Drake London, Michael Pittman, Calvin Ridley. This is a good team. Brandon Cooks, Wan'Dale Robinson, Roman Wilson, Tyler Boyd, Rondell Moore, Elijah Moore. Those are all good players. Nothing to smirk at there. I don't really think I really want Rashad White, but that's a personal preference. Tajay Spears, Brian Robinson, Nicholas Chubb, Tyrone Tracy, and Audric Estime. That's a solid 3 to start off with. Nick Chubb, as long as he comes back healthy, it's actually not a bad pick either. And these are just high upside type plays. So no complaints there. So it's a good team. That is a good team, Westerwood, which I feel like we've done a draft or 2 together at this point. I just don't know your name. Just naked Herbert Hurts. Thanks for the extra broadcast. Kind of screwing myself with the week 14 buys. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, I think. Yep. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Please hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. We'll be back practically daily. This week's a little screwy with the holiday, but yeah. And then go to the Patreon, patreon.com/bestballnation. $5 a month, pretty much to support me, but I am offering a Yahoo League. I do offer ranks. If you have questions, that's also another place to hit me up at. Also available on Twitter, Crying Buffalo. I answer just literally anybody's questions. I think I have to accept your friend. I don't really understand how Twitter X works. I have to accept your friend request or something like that, and then I can talk to you freely. But yeah. So I will be back tomorrow. Oh, most of the guys I wanted had week 14. Yeah, so do I. A lot of the guys I want had week 14 buys too. It has been fun. It has been real. It has been real fun. There you go.